Thomas Markle, the estranged father of Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, has once again stirred controversy by publicly lamenting his relationship with Meghan and expressing fears that he will never meet his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet. The 80-year-old former lighting director recently announced plans to leave North America and relocate to Southeast Asia, claiming he wishes to live among kinder people. While he tries to paint himself as a victim of neglect, his narrative ignores the years of betrayal, public attacks, and manipulation that he has subjected Meghan and Prince Harry to. This latest move, which reeks of emotional manipulation, is yet another chapter in Thomas's ongoing campaign to guilt-trip his daughter and son-in-law while evading accountability for his actions. In this video, we'll dive deep into Thomas Markle's history of betrayal, the impact it has had on Meghan and Harry, and why his recent statements are both unfair and disingenuous. Thomas Markle's current complaints about being excluded from Meghan and Harry's lives conveniently gloss over his long history of exploitative and damaging behavior. His estrangement from Meghan was not an overnight event, it was the result of years of decisions that prioritized personal gain and public attention over his relationship with his daughter. 1. The Paparazzi Stunt. In the weeks leading up to Meghan and Harry's 2018 royal wedding, Thomas Markle was caught staging paparazzi photos for profit. The images, which depicted him preparing for the wedding, reading about British history, getting fitted for a suit, and exercising, were sold to tabloids and presented as candid moments. However, it was later revealed that Thomas had coordinated the photo shoot with paparazzi, profiting from the arrangement. This betrayal not only embarrassed Meghan but also made her a target for further scrutiny by the British press, which was already relentless in its attacks on her. For Meghan, who had worked hard to navigate the pressures of royal life, this public betrayal was a significant blow to their relationship. 2. Missed wedding and excuses. Following the paparazzi scandal, Thomas announced he would not attend Meghan's wedding, citing health issues. While his health concerns were valid, his behavior afterward raised eyebrows. Instead of quietly recovering and seeking to rebuild his relationship with Meghan, Thomas chose to engage in a media tour, granting interviews in which he aired grievances and criticized his daughter. Rather than showing remorse for the hurt he caused, Thomas continued to blame Meghan and Harry for the fallout, further deepening the rift. Since the wedding, Thomas Markle has made a habit of publicly criticizing Meghan and Harry, often using tabloid platforms to air his grievances. These actions have done irreparable damage to any chance of reconciliation and have only served to solidify his role as an antagonist in Meghan's life. 1. Targeting Meghan's character. Thomas has frequently questioned Meghan's character, painting her as ungrateful and dismissive. He has accused her of abandoning him, despite his own actions being the primary cause of their estrangement. In interviews, he has claimed that Meghan owes him access to her life and her children, as if relationships are transactional. These public attacks show a lack of understanding and respect for Meghan's boundaries. Instead of addressing his mistakes, Thomas doubles down on his victim narrative, portraying himself as the wrong party. 2. Attacks on Prince Harry. Thomas hasn't limited his criticism to Meghan. He has also targeted Prince Harry, mocking him and accusing him of controlling Meghan. This disrespect toward Harry not only reveals Thomas's bias but also undermines Meghan's choice in her life partner. For a father who claims to want reconciliation, these attacks on her husband have made it even harder for Meghan to trust him. 3. Profiting from exploitation. Perhaps most damaging is Thomas's ongoing exploitation of his connection to Meghan. By granting interviews and participating in media spectacles, he continues to profit from her fame while deepening the public's misunderstanding of their relationship. This exploitation has become a recurring theme in Thomas's interactions with the media, further alienating Meghan and Harry. Thomas's recent comments about never meeting his grandchildren and blaming Meghan as the main reason for this estrangement are a textbook example of emotional manipulation. 1. Ignoring accountability. Thomas's refusal to take responsibility for his actions is a major obstacle to reconciliation. Instead of acknowledging his role in the estrangement, he shifts the blame entirely onto Meghan and Harry, painting them as cruel and ungrateful. This lack of accountability shows that Thomas is more interested in playing the victim than repairing the relationship. 2. Weaponizing public sympathy. By making statements like, "It would have meant a lot to me, and would have cost him nothing," Thomas appeals to public sympathy while ignoring the hurt he has caused. This tactic attempts to pressure Meghan and Harry into responding on his terms, rather than addressing the underlying issues privately. 3. A disregard for boundaries. Thomas's entitlement to Meghan's life and her children is another troubling aspect of his behavior. Relationships are built on mutual respect and trust, but Thomas has repeatedly violated Meghan's boundaries, both publicly and privately. His assumption that he is owed access to his grandchildren ignores the need for a healthy and safe environment for Archie and Lilibet. Thomas's actions have not only hurt Meghan personally but have also had broader implications for her and Harry's lives. 1. Emotional toll. The constant public attacks and betrayals have undoubtedly taken an emotional toll on Meghan. She has spoken openly about the mental health challenges she has faced, including suicidal thoughts during her time in the royal family. Thomas's actions have only added to this burden, making it harder for her to heal. 2. Protecting their children. As parents, Meghan and Harry have a responsibility to protect Archie and Lilibet from toxic influences. Allowing Thomas, who has shown no remorse for his actions, into their lives would put their children at risk of emotional harm. 3. Strained relationships. Thomas's behavior has also strained Meghan's relationships with other family members. His actions have provided fodder for the tabloids, further complicating her already difficult relationship with the British press and royal family. Given the harm he has caused, Thomas Markle's attempts to guilt-trip Meghan and Harry are not only unfair but also deeply hypocritical. 1. Betraying trust. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and Thomas has repeatedly broken that trust. From the paparazzi scandal to his public criticisms, his actions have shown a disregard for Meghan's feelings and well-being. 2. Failing as a parent. A parent's role is to support and protect their child, not exploit them for personal gain. Thomas's decision to prioritize media attention over his relationship with Meghan is a betrayal of his parental responsibilities. 3. Continuing the cycle. Instead of breaking the cycle of public betrayal and manipulation, Thomas continues to engage in behaviors that deepen the rift. His refusal to change or take accountability shows a lack of genuine interest in reconciliation. Thomas Markle's actions are emblematic of the challenges Meghan and Harry have faced in their fight for independence. Like the British tabloids, Thomas has sought to exploit their fame, disregarding their humanity in the process. His behavior serves as a reminder of the importance of setting boundaries and protecting one's mental health, even when it comes to family. Thomas Markle's ongoing attempts to guilt-trip Meghan Markle and Prince Harry into allowing him access to their lives and their children reflect a troubling pattern of manipulation and self-victimization. Rather than acknowledging the harm he has caused, through his public betrayals, media exploitation, and relentless criticism, he continues to shift blame onto Meghan, portraying her as the reason for their estrangement. His refusal to take accountability underscores a lack of respect for his daughter's boundaries, well-being, and the immense challenges she has faced as a result of his actions. This persistent behavior only deepens the divide he claims to want to mend. Meghan and Harry's decision to keep their distance from Thomas is not an act of cruelty but one of self-preservation. As parents, they have a responsibility to shield Archie and Lilibet from toxic relationships, especially those characterized by manipulation and betrayal. Thomas's repeated public outbursts and exploitation of his connection to Meghan have demonstrated that he prioritizes attention and sympathy over genuine reconciliation. Until he demonstrates true remorse and a willingness to repair the damage he has done, Meghan and Harry are justified in maintaining their boundaries. Relationships, even familial ones, are built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding, all of which Thomas has repeatedly undermined.